As long as I don't move my body, it's fine. No, it's not that bad. It's more like sharing the food with no. Thankfully it's not that bad. Or else I would not be streaming. Hey Snorri. So,
Greetings.
you see, casting has its time and place. Okay. Today we are taking a break from the bat. I will show it to you. Actually, I want to do one more thing before I clean everything up. But then I will be cleaning out the copper and I will be taking a break from it for some time. Just because I do think I would like to try out some more things, but offline, and I do need to like plan it really, really well. So let us take a look. So this is how it looks now. I want to play a little bit with the positioning of the wings. I would like to... Goodbye, eye. Okay, it's not going away for long, and I still need to do one thing before I put it away. Let me see, googly eyes. I also cleaned my space a little bit, like behind there. Just a little bit. Let's put an eye on it. There we go. This adds so much more flair. It looks like a moth. Yes, it does. This is a lot due to how the wings are. And I don't think it really matters. Moth, bat. I think with a little bit adjustment to the wings, it will look more like a bat. So I did manage to put this movement on the left side inside of my frame. What I want to do now is the last step is cut all around it. So cut the top part a little bit smaller so that I can actually see how good it all looks on the smaller part. And I was thinking about adding an additional movement to it because I find it does not look impressive enough. Like, I know it sounds a little bit stupid, because it is already a lot of work, but it is just the truth, you know. I think that for somebody who cannot see inside and has not seen all the process, it might be not as impressive. So I did make kind of some space holders here and adjusted everything. Yeah, but you know, for somebody who has not taken a look inside, it might not look as good. I don't know. Well, I will decide later. I don't think I don't know. I don't know. I have to decide if I want to put one more thing in or not. This is not a decision I will be able to make easily because it means a lot more work, and it also means that it will add more thickness to the part, and I don't really want that. Okay. This is right now all here, all disassembled and sad, and I need to sew around this. It's a little bit hard to sew around it actually because of the parts here. You want them out? No, I actually wanted on here. I wanted something different. I will tell you what I wanted. So I was thinking about making a cutout here. I've seen this on some watches, and it looks really cool. Like make a cutout here, and make it so that with every wing flap, I have like a night sky here that moves one tick. I want to add a fake scream. Oh, if I could do that, like every 20 flaps, it just like lets out the most hideous scream you can ever hear, like ah, just like the essence of my soul packed into this thing. Yeah, I think that will be next level. I basically have figured out how I could do it, but the idea is a little bit shaky yet. And I need to really try it out first. And I don't want any more. I feel like I need to do something productive and stop trying out stuff, and yeah. Kind of, yes. Like Malta, I think it's the Malta Cross, or is it the Malta Cross? Is it the thing that I'm thinking of? Oh, it's called differently. The movement is called differently, but I think you mean the same thing, yeah. The movement has a special name to it with this crossy thing. Geneva Drive, yes, Geneva gear, exactly. Yeah, I have been poking around Pinterest and looking out. Oh, me. There we go. This should prevent from shaking. Yeah, I have been poking around and looking at different movements. Poke all the things. So I have been looking at all different movements here. Like this is very cool. Just like a collection of random movements. Here there are a lot of gears. I really like this one. This article, if you go here, this article also shows you how it is like constructed. And it also shows you like deconstructs how it is actually made. And just a peg on a wheel, yes. Well, the thing is, like, peg on a wheel and just move it, that is very easy to implement. What is not easy to implement is that it stays in the position that you turned it to. So, like, that's been the thing. But yeah, like this one is very cool because it shows you how it is actually made. And this is all basically with the same movement that I have, so it's just an up and down movement. Yeah, like Pinterest is also very good for that. Like, look how amazing this is. Like, this is exactly what I need. Yeah, and we have like a lot of here. This one is also amazing. Does not want to play the video. Let's see if it. Like, this movement is also very good. And then it switches. Like, yeah, this one was one of the movements that I thought might work. Like, Pinterest is very good for such things. I really love Pinterest for this. And it really does send you down a rabbit hole. Yeah, here, like some. This one is very cool. I really love this one. I think you all should make a variation of this one at home. It's very easy movement. And like this person, a person has a lot of such small automata. You can, I think that he also has like tutorials how you can make them. Amazing. Yeah. Yes, it is a lot harder to make it in metal because metal isn't as floppy as paper is. Okay. Why am I? Oh, why are my lights blue? Oh, there we go. That's a lot better. Yeah, so yes. Yes, I will be looking at the other thing. I don't really want to make a Geneva drive because I think that's the same, like that has the same problems as a cogwheel in jewelry. I'm not a fan of making it. I will just have to I will just have to see how it what solutions I have. Yeah, and after I have sawn this out and put it back together, I will clean up my desk and we will do some jewelry. We'll share some thoughts. We will make something a little bit easier to handle. Oh, I broke a blade. And it has a piece stuck in there. Let's bury the blade. There we go. It's fine. Yeah, I looked at my sketches again, and I really do not understand why my measurements, like why I did not manage to make it move with the measurements of my first first build. Like I looked at it again as I was thinking about doing like a 3D mock-up for 3D technical drawings for this thing. And I really do not understand it. So either the tolerance of how I build it is really, really low, and I just need to give me a little bit more slack and make sure that it's more precise, like more slack in the planning and a little bit more precision in the building. Or I really have like a thinking mistake, you know. By the way, Yarnia, hello, Yarnia, do you remember the cursed duck? The crocheted cursed duck that always turns backwards out for me? I figured out where my mistake was. I figured it out. I was counting stitches wrong. So my magic ring, I was thinking it has 6 stitches, but it actually had only 5. And therefore, every time I was crocheting in a spiral, I would count as if I had 6 stitches in the row, but actually like my last stitch, the last part would always overlap already with the next row. So it turned everything. And it was really hard for me to figure it out, but I figured it out. And now all my ducks look in the same, on the, up front. Um, yeah, sure, sure. Yeah, I think there must be an easy solution where I just have something all the time in place and then I just like shift it away with the turning movement. Like there has to be a very easy solution to this that fits and doesn't really involve a gear. Thank you. Yeah, thank you for your help, Yarnia. I just wasn't good enough to figure it out before. Okay, so I have this. Yeah, the thing is, I really would like to not have a spring in there. For the reason of everything wearing down. Because a spring could put a lot of pressure, but I'm thinking maybe if, I don't know, maybe the spring is the easiest solution. Definitely, and it also is the solution that takes up the least amount of space, which is very important for such a thing. Oh, thank you. Well, so the spring, I definitely know a few solutions. It's just not the solutions that I like. Sorry, internet cut out. It's okay. I said I know a few solutions that involve a spring, but it's just not the solutions I would prefer because I would prefer not having a spring. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure I can avoid it. There we go. You're swifty. Oh my God. Please drive safe and stop texting. There we go. Now we can assemble this all together again for the last time. Well, maybe not for the last time, but you know what I mean. Just have to remember which one was where. This one was here. This thing here. Yeah. And you see I also soldered on here a little bit of a distance holder. So that everything moves more smoothly. It still doesn't, by the way. Here. Oh my god, the assembly of this will be horrendous. I will need to write down all the steps. I. Oh. There we go. Ta-da! Thank you. Assembly, yes. I think first I need to assemble the front with our eye. Okay, then these come here. This one and this one. Is the right one? The wrong one. No. You stay on there. Go. Then we have here these ones. And then for this one, we have also a thing here. These are supposed to hold them in place. They don't, but it's fine. Helps a little bit from them falling apart. Then I need to turn this around, and then I had here somewhere a very thin, yes, this one. And it goes here. There we go. Yep, there. So now from this side we have, first we have this one, it's here. So this goes here. Goes in here. The amount of times I've put this together in the wrong, like in the wrong direction is horrendous, because I was disassembling and reassembling it on the weekend fairly often, because I had to like do all the parts, and I tell you, I just keep assembling it backwards, upside down. I was like, shit, I didn't even know this thing could have so many directions. This goes in here. Come on. Hi, Lily of the Valley. I'm fine, thank you very much. I'm just assembling here my little my pendant here. It is a prototype. So it's made out of copper and brass and is a little wonky. Well, a lot wonky. But I'm assembling it so that I can take a look at it before we put it to the side to do something else. I've been working on this for the past week. There we go. Oof. Yeah, you know what? It could be fine without the cutout on the top. I think it could be fine since it all fits in this small area. There we go. One-step looper. I don't even know what that is. What is a one-step looper? Let me Google that. Oh, it's for like, oh yeah, yeah. I never worked with that too. Yeah, look. Like this one is not working really well. I have figured that part out too. It needs a little metal piece underneath, just holding everything up. And it also needs to be very tight up front, which it will be. So this is, yeah, this is it. Yeah, I don't think it really needs the cutout on top because it does fit into the small area. So I think if I leave the wings a little bit larger, maybe not as large as here, maybe like this. Also make some decorations on them. Should be fine. Yeah, it should be fine. Where is our eye? Our eye keeps falling off. There we go. Okay, wonderful. So this thing now can go to the side in the box and it will rest for probably a few days until I decide to work on it again. Okay. So since you are new here, I can introduce myself properly maybe. I am Kiri. I am a goldsmith from Germany. This is my profession. I did an apprenticeship for this, so I've been working with metal for like about 8 years now, I think. I work mostly in silver just because of the price. Working in silver and gold is very similar. I have worked like a lot with both. I mostly work with silver just out of the price as I'm making stuff for my stock. Yes, I make moving jewelry as you've seen the bat. That's a latest prototype. I do have some simpler things here too. I think I actually moved them all away. What do I have here? Oh yeah, I have some stuff here. For example, this one with the moving stones. So, yes, and I just take you with me on the process. And if you have any questions at all, doesn't matter about the like work process or something random, it's fine, just ask. I like very much answering questions. Yeah, thank you. I love them too. I love them too. They are a reward for 1,000 points. I think you can slap a googly eye somewhere. The rules are it stays on for as long as it stays on. If it falls off and I lose it, it's gone. So choose wisely. Okay, I am going to clean up as I am. I have copper here everywhere. I do separate my metals because I do send out my silver back to the refinery, my silver powder back to the refinery, so that it can be recycled and purified and sent back to me as fresh material again, or as a money payout. Depends on you what you choose. I usually choose it to be sent out as fresh material again. The refinery takes also a refining fee that is counted per gram, so it is good practice to separate your metals and hold your precious metals as clean as possible. I will just swipe my table, and today we will be working on something rather simple that apparently people love. I'm still kind of trying to navigate my, navigate through what people like and what people don't. So today we will be working on a design that has got somewhat of attention and likes. It's I call them sliders. We will be using square stones here. I think we will be using the square stones here. I'm not sure if I should use the triangle. I think I could use the triangle, but I will definitely also be using the square here. A little bit of cleaning. Yeah, I have a leather here underneath. This is a leather. In English, it is officially called bench skin, which I find completely and utterly creepy. So I just call it my leather. It is called leather in German. So, you know. Okay. So I need to just swipe away all of the metal dust inside of here. Usually, if like I work in a full blown out workshop for some time. Like right now, I'm working alone from my own place. I do not have that many customers, you know. But as I was working in a workshop where we had a lot of customers, and we had a lot of like repairs and new designs and so what. I used to clean out my leather between silver and gold too, and sometimes also between different sorts of gold, to keep them separated. Usually when you send your stuff off to refinery, they require you to write down how much you think, how many grams of gold and silver you have. So for that reason, the separation is good. And also sometimes we we melt down the scraps. I melt down the scraps myself too. But there sometimes we also melt down the powder of gold. You got to keep them separated. Yeah, I think my refinery just mixes everything together somehow. Wow, like the latest fashion. Do we really want to go into there? Like a spreading disease. Oh my god. You should stop now. Yeah, okay, yeah, I remember this one. This was too small for all of them. Leather also helps me keep helps me prevent my stuff from hitting the floor. So this one is too small for everything. I think I made this one exactly for the same project, but by the way, I have sorted out some things. Like, look, I had these models here. This one is actually not that bad. This one, I was trying out some things, what you can do with just some thin wire. Like here it has this little bit that I do not like. These will be melted down. This is the box of disappointment. This is the stuff that is just not good enough. I put it all in a box now. The box of not bad enough to melt them, yes. It's the song by the Offsprings, by the way. Okay. You expect from me to know quotes, yet you are fully aware of me being like growing up under a stone. Also, I found a bunch of my old stencils, so now I have more stencils that I can use. Yeah, that's true. I might not know it, but maybe people in chat do. That's true. That's very true. So basically, what I have noticed is that these two bad boys, this one and this one, are getting quite a bit of attention. Sadly, not this one. Come on, turn around. There we go. Sadly, not this one. Or this one. I find them so fun. But these two, I think it's because of the shapes. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I think it's because of the shapes. I think it's because the other two shapes are more pleasant. Like, because you have a breakup from the wires and then a stone. Like, these ones are, so these ones are more loved. Especially this one. Like, especially this one gets a lot of attention, so I think I will make a triangle in the green, like light green, peridot green, and I think I will make an amethyst. Maybe, maybe. I think they do look differently. I do think this looks more very good designed. Like the other one looks more subtle. So maybe it's that. Who knows? Who knows? Thank you. Yeah, I do think it's they are all cool. Like I like them all. Um I do have to think for a while. Just a little bit. We have this strip here. Oh, how much is this one? 0.6. It could be fine. It's a little bit thin on the thinner side, but that's okay. The stone is not very big. Could mill down this one. Okay, and now I also need some wire. I know I have some wire. That's 1.2 wire. Should be the 1.5 wire, yes. How much wire do I have here? 1.5. Okay, so I need this wire for the things. I also need just some flat pieces from the bottoms. Be fine. I'm debating with myself if I should cut out I should cut out the setting. Yeah, I think I will. For this one, I think I will not. Yeah, this one I will just make it out of the stripe here. So I need for this one, how high are they? Also a thicker pieces of metal. So this one is, I don't need it in inches, thank you. I am in the metric part of the world. So this is 3.25 high. I get it. Um, sides here are like really thin. Like that will be really terrible to set. I hope I don't break the stones. Look at this side here, like razor thin. Very thin. This is the same. Like this here, very thin. This has a very nice cut. So it's a buff top cut, so it has a facet on the inside, and then it has a top that like a cabochon would. So it looks very nice. We will see when I set them how nice they are. Yeah. So I can take a thinner sheet of metal for this. Yeah, let me cut it out of this piece of metal and then put it on slightly thicker on this one. I know that my rambling does not make a lot of sense if you are not me. But it makes sense, I promise. I promise. Okay, first things first, settings. Let us start with the square one. Get my double-sided tape, tape it down. There we go. So it's now sitting on top here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my scratcher and very carefully mark a square around. There we go. I can pack my stone back for now. So remove this tape. And I think I will make the scratches a little bit more pronounced and a little bit more straight. There we go. Using my initial ones as guidelines. This is a little bit near the edge, a little bit on the nearer side to the edge, but should be fine. Okay, here we go. Hello, Shax.
Hi there.
Wie geht es dir? How are you? There we go. Now this can get a hole drilled. I can cut it out, hopefully. You're okay, that's good. Kitty, kitty, kitty. Yeah. I wish I had cool origin story for my nickname, but it is basically name generator, I think. I'm not even sure if it was really a name generator or I just heard it somewhere and thought it was cool. I don't even really remember. But it has been like my nickname for a very long time. So what I'm doing right now is I'm cutting out the square space that will be the setting for my amethyst. So my amethyst should go inside of here. This will be the top part, and I will be also making a bottom part that has a slanted edge on the inside so that my stone can sit safely and securely inside it. Very, very simple method to make settings. I find it a lot easier than the method I was using before. Which, as I said, is probably still the method that I would use if I was making settings out of gold, which is basically you have a stripe, then you put a bunch of corners in it, and you solder everything together. I do think it's just more, if you do not have a lot of material, it's more friendly towards that. Although I have to say, if you have like a small setting, then probably cutting it out like this is still better. I would not consider this as a small setting though anymore. Somewhere in the middle. It's like not large, not huge, but definitely somewhere in the middle. Let me. There we go. This part. And what I will also do is I will go a little bit in all of the corners and make a little cut there. This should help my stone not to crack in the corners, hopefully. Hello, Herr Sauerländer. How are you? Working and lurking as always, I presume? The duck is a lie, yes. Bake. Oh no. The duck always knows where you are. Back pain is not nice. You like really need to get that sorted out. You're done with the 3D model? It's a YouTube link. You know the rules. Okay, does this fit through? That's the good question. I think it might. Yes, it does fit. Is it a little bit loose? Probably. It's a lot loose. That's not good. Let me see this one. Is it that loose though? Let's take a close-up look. Thank you. Thank you for jerking me, Cadence. Is this... I guess it is okay, actually. How are you, Cadence? How are your rugs doing? Are you making a new fun one today? I really like the Snorlax. No, it's actually fine. It's just wobbling because of the cut. I got it right this time, which is amazing. Okay. Well, that went faster than expected. Ooh. Mix it up. You think you learned how to dance party it? Oh, I'm using StreamerBot, the same thing as Odin does. Basically, he was the one who kind of showed it to me. So, you know, there's that. But yeah, I imagine it should not be very hard. It's just like activation of the... yeah, it's it wasn't something that came to me easy either. There we go. Now let me scratch it up. There we go. There are our scratch markings. Wonderful. Now I can sew it out from the big piece. Do you make stained glass? No, I do not. That is not one of my skills. I do have, however, here a book on how they did it in medieval ages, because apparently it was part of the crafter's profession that was goldsmith, smith slash basically everything. Looks like a really cool thing to make. Yes, there have been so many videos around lately, or is it just my feed? You think all of the stuff isn't too hard for somebody who is a crafter. I think it probably has its own like secrets and difficulties that you do not know, that you do not see from the outside. But I think that if you're a crafty person, that things will come to you more easily. Yes, that is true. I do acknowledge that having experience handling tools does help a lot. Soldering is the worst part. There we go. Yeah, I think it is soft solder though, isn't it? Like the solder that you also use for electronics. The stream can start. Yeah, Dirty Smith is in the house. Before that, life was meaningless. Now we have him to entertain. How are you, Dirty Smith? Have you found a workshop place? I have the feeling that I have been missing a lot of people lately. Doing well, that's good. You did now it's paperwork. Oh yes. The bane of my existence is paperwork. I do fulfill the cliche fully, considering that. Yeah. And also with the Ajua, yes, oh, I don't even know how it is called in English. The windowed enamel. It's enamel. Oh my god. Pliqué Ajua. Yeah, in doesn't it have okay. I think it has a special name in German. They kept the French term. Yeah, the Germans didn't. They renamed everything. Insurance. Oh, you have a welder and you like fire. Yeah, we were talking about the autobiography. I have been told this fact and I'm just like accepting that it's true without verifying it, that 30% of biographies of artistic people contain a chapter called The Fire. Like unverified. I just find it so funny and kind of relatable, so I'm just going with it. I don't care if it's really true. Well, I do care if it's really true, but not that much. No, the animal put in small cells is something different. Cellenimile. That's the different one. That's the other one that is just pulled in small, like, cell-like things. That one is called actually just window enamel. Cellenimile und Fensteremile. I have no idea. Cloisonne. I think it's probably cloisonne, or however you pronounce that. Languages. I swear, the thing that haunts me is learning languages. You know how some people hate math and other people hate sports in school? For me, it was the languages. Thank you, but that has like different reasons, you know. I want to just say I grew up pretty much trilingual, do bilingual. Oh my God, bilingual. But that's actually not true because it was actually trilingual, and it was not by choice. It was just by circumstances, which is what it is. You know, it's good. It's fine. I'm happy with it. Knowing languages does help. I have to be careful that I don't do any BS here, or I will have to redo this one. There we go. Yeah, it's a very big difference between learning the language in school and lessons or learning the language just because you were thrown out into the environment that does not speak anything else. Or well, it does speak anything else, but like most of it, most of your life is just in the other language. Like it's a very big difference. And I am really bad at learning English, I say, learning languages the conventional way. I tried. There we go. I'm just cutting in a slope into this setting where my stone will sit. I'm kind of using my saw as a file here on an angle. I hope you can see what I'm doing. You can bring a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. Yeah. Well, I really tried learning languages, but geesh. 9 years is a lot of water, though. uh, yeah, you know, that's actually a very good comparison because the way how I learned it was just like swim or die. So I was basically just thrown into the water. But for the last 10 years, you mostly wrote in English and not speak it. I think your pronunciation is not that bad. We've talked over Discord, so. And I could understand you. So it's not that bad. At least I'm pretty sure you pronounce an enamel right every time. Unlike me. It's fine. Everything is fine. There we go. This is turning out great. I'm really enjoying this. There we go. Now the last one. Summer camp for 2 years in the US. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I do think that is that will bring your language up front. I think nowadays it's kind of, I don't know, English